Hi, yeah, good afternoon, and I want to welcome everybody to this special training. And I just want to say thank you, everyone that get to watch this. I'm doing this from my my small room, and I just want to appreciate everyone that is here. Yesterday I started. I did a short recap of what this training is all about and what we all stand to gain. And I don't want you to in any way get distracted. You see, one of the things that I have promised myself to do is in this journey, there is no how we can know everything. Pardon. There's no how we can know everything we need to know. So while I'm looking at this camera, is because I have my audience on IG, and I want to make sure that I'm able to put the two together at a go. So one of the things I want to quickly do with this series that I've started is in the times that we live in, it is so much so difficult. The socio-political, the economy, the inflation, the every of those things that we are all plagued with. News here and there, flashes, headlines. But the the fact remains that in the midst of all this supposed chaos or imbalance and uncertainty as it appears, every one of us can really make the best out of this opportunity. And it starts with our thinking that if we're ever going to do any justice to this topic, we must embrace the right thinking, the right thinking, the right thinking, because we are all products of our thoughts. And if we think right, we will act right. If we act right, we will have ideas. From those ideas, we will get results. From those results, it will bring value to other. From that value, there will be an exchange of money. And once exchange value is being interpreted and it can be recognized, you can be rest assured that you don't have any reason or any to be doubting, oh, maybe this will come or this will not come. So one of the things I want to do today briefly is to take us to the next line on this series. And this is talking about the fact that abundance does not come by chance. Abundance does not come by chance. Like, you cannot just decide to sit down and just wish that abundance will just come. As if we all look at it, even our birth, our coming to this world, you and I can explain. We did not have the power over the family we come out from, over the country of birth, over who your parent is. Ah, and then, but you can discover that everything that has to do with your growth, there is somebody and there's something that was responsible for every development that we encounter, that we experience till when we are able to take care of ourselves. That tells you and I that there is a doing that is attached to a being. And if you are not ready to do, you are not ready to have. So, in the spirit of you being able to do what you are required to, that is what's going to make you to become who actually is able to attract that wealth and that true riches you want. So, living financially free always respond and answer to one thing: there is nothing like a lock. And one of the things that I have discovered that is common around our folk as African is we kind of resent those that have the results that we tend to look for. We resent them. And in many ways we talk ill. We say so many untoward things. And immediately we engage in doing that kind of thought, it is going to program the way you are going to be behaving. And when you start behaving in a certain way, it is going to be choosing a pattern of the result of what is going to be attracted to. And that is the reason why our mind need to constantly embrace positive thoughts. Because what you are resenting cannot confer value, cannot bring you any value, and cannot give you any worth. So if there is anything I want to do first, is to make sure that we remove every negative thought and every form of dissenting thoughts towards those that are richer than us, or people that are, our maybe because they are getting the result we need faster than we are. There's a way we can allow our environment to reprogram us differently and embrace a better belief than just thinking maybe they got their money in a nil manner way. Oh, who knows what they did? Maybe they are even fraud. Maybe they are crook. Maybe they didn't even do this. But I want to encourage every one of us that whatever value we seek in life, just like I have it here in one of the write up that I have, that the people who have influenced us the most in our journey to becoming who we are, most of the time, they are people that you decide to take by choice. If you and I can remember the conversation you and I, if I say, can you remind me the kind of conversation you had your parents have over the subject of money? Many of us will be able to say, I like myself, I will remember money does not grow on the tree. Those are some of those narratives that will make money look like it's a difficult thing to get, that it is very hard. And that because of that mindset, we also believe that we need to do so many greater things, and we overcome, we complicate the process, and we begin to see ourselves. And when we keep seeing ourselves that thing is very far, we can't do it, we accept our failure, we are failures, we are poor, we don't have what it takes. And it is all about us getting the right principle, that the living financially free is going to answer to number one, reprogramming our thought and our mind to believe that poverty, it is not in our nature. It is not something that is programmed or written with us or labeled as part of our heritage. That it is our thinking and our product and the environment that we came up from, our parents, the kind of association and the group that we come up from, that have limited our thinking to believe that we must remain poor, or we must use that as a way of showing that we are pious. The truth of the fact that if we change the narrative of how we see ourselves, we are going to believe and be able to see the truth that we are not in any way going to look inferior to anyone by believing that because they have gotten a certain result than we have gotten, that means we are not in any way the same. I remember this quote very well that I normally quote by Albert Einstein, that says, everyone is a genius. But if a fish judges its inability to fly, then it's going to continue to live its life seeing itself as a failure. So if you believe that this is who you are different, and you have inside of you the seed that will command your greatness and your prosperity and your wealth. But if you look at someone else who is getting this, and you want to begin to believe that that is the same way you're supposed to be, then we are programming ourselves to fail. And that is why I want to leave us the number one principle that I want to share with us is wealth is created from our thoughts. It starts from here, from the way we program what we think, the kind of conversation we allow, we permit. And that conversation is a function of the kind of environment we are. Because you will always be a victim or be guilty by the kind of association you have. If you have a positive thinking association, they are going to reflect in your belief system about money. And if that belief system is wholesome, it will take you not too long a time to see what you are looking for. So I want to encourage us from today that we should begin to think in the positive way, to see with the inner eyes, and to use that power of imagination and thinking to breathe about the world you want to see. It is a continuous journey that is going to last till you see the you that you want to become. The you that is not afraid to spend. The you that is not afraid, that is not dreading paying bills. The you that believes that you have what it takes. And even now, you're on a journey to refining your gift and your talent or your expertise. You are not going to see yourself as a failure, because you know every of this step is a part of that journey you are going. And it's a question of time you are going to get to your destination. So I encourage yourself to make sure you get the right thinking, we think right, and we have the right vision. How much do you want to make? What is that your goal financially? When do you want to retire? How do you want to retire? And then begin to move around with people who have achieved that result, with people who are thinking that way. Not people who believe that money is hard to get. Not people who believe that money does not grow on the tree. Not people who believe that it is not everybody that will be rich. Not people who believe that in your father's house, in your lineage, there has never been anyone that have gone beyond this level. And so forget about it. Don't bother yourself trying to do any special. It will not happen, you know. When you begin to entertain those things, you will, as you are thinking it, you are going to act it out. So that is why you're thinking all your five gates, you have to pay attention to what is being retained there. As you are thinking, your thought is going to produce a thinking, a behavior. It's going to make you feel in a certain, you're going to affect your thinking, your emotion, your doing, and everything around you. And it's going to determine the action you're going to take. They tell you that nobody in your family has ever been rich, nobody has. Then why are you bothering yourself? Then you're also going to accept it, that that is the truth, and you're not going to do anything. You're going to accept the status quo and you just leave it that way. And you're not going to strive for anything beyond that. So before you begin to adopt any mindset concerning money, begin to think and check the kind of programming you have, because it is only baggage in that you have baggage garbage out. So if you know that the output you are having now, it is not the best of the best you want, you must change the input. You got to change the inner ways so that the outer ways can change. You have to format every negative thinking, every programming, and you reprogram the mindset to the one you want to see. That is the journey. I'm not going to make it long. I've decided to make it short every day. And so tomorrow is another day. And I want to encourage you, friends, if you are watching me and this is your first time, please kindly like this video and share. And if you are not followed, please click on the link and follow, and also subscribe if you are watching on the YouTube end. And I want to quickly talk to you about my book. You can see it in the background. It talks about connecting the dots, how to make sense of your life purpose and vision. I wrote this book with you in mind. Reason being that a lot of us have come in our life that our ladder, our career ladder is leaning on the road. Many of us, unfortunately, because of how our parents, well, our orientation towards school, many of us went to school to study what we are not even sure is going to give us anything. We're just, so that is what is running. And it will be shocking for you to know that a lot of people that we have out there as graduates, the the course and program they went for are not even what they are doing now. And they just and that is the beginning of frustration and discontentment and burnout and overwhelm. And that is the reason of low in productivity, because when somebody is working at a job that he doesn't love, he's not going to be 100% committed. And that is why the challenge is for you and I to start on the journey of discovering yourself. If you want to get a copy of this book, please check the link in bio and in the description. You'll be able to get a copy of this to begin to see how you can start on the journey of attaining clarity on your journey to finding you. And when you're able to ascertain and see who you are indeed, you'll be able to know the right step to take to navigate to your financial freedom. Yeah. Once you put your link, then I'll ship this to you. Thank you for watching. Until I see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's bye from now. Thank you for watching.